Hey, it's Emily Williams, and this is episode 36 of the I Heart My Life show. So, this episode was inspired by one of my clients asking me how I hold myself accountable. So, I hopped on Facebook Live and did a live stream and wanted to put it into an audio format so you could listen to it here on the show. So, if you're struggling with holding yourself accountable or wondering how that actually happens, how you're able to hold yourself accountable and achieve the goals that you're setting for yourself, listen to this episode. It's super simple. We talk about how a jump rope is literally the key to all the success that you desire. So have a listen, and I'm excited to read your reviews and comments afterwards. Welcome to the I Heart My Life show with success coach Emily Williams. Tune in daily to learn how to design a life you love, create more success and wealth, move past fear and blocks, and bring more joy into your life and business. It's time to create a life that's better than your dreams. Hey everyone, it's Emily here. I wanted to do a quick Facebook Live today all about jump roping, so get ready. I put a post in the group just asking for you guys to guess as to what jump roping has to do with your success. So the other day I was in one of our programs coaching a client, and somebody asked me how I keep myself accountable. And I thought about it for a second, and I realized that really the only way to keep yourself accountable is to literally keep yourself accountable, because you can set up all the systems in the world, you can have the best coaches in the world, but you yourself will know whether you do or you don't follow through on something. And I realized this when I was working out in the basement one day, and I follow this little like subscription program where I can do all my workouts from the computer, and the trainer was talking about doing 100 jump ropes. That was the assignment. And I could have, at 98, basically like my jump rope hit my leg and snapped, and I could have just stopped there and no one would ever know. But I told myself, I know how I'll feel all day. I'll be thinking about how I didn't do those final 2 jump ropes, and I'll feel bad about it. And for driven women like us, we're often really hard on ourselves, and a lot of people think that that's a negative thing, and it can be for sure, but it can also be a really good thing because you hold yourself to a higher standard, and only you can do that. So only you can decide whether you're going to follow through on something or not. And you know the truth. You know if you didn't get on Facebook Live. You know if you didn't send that email. You know if you didn't do the jump rope. You know if you ate the thing you said you weren't going to eat. And so you have to hold yourself to a higher standard. And to be the one holding yourself accountable means that you know why you're doing what you're doing. So you see the ROI. Just like the jumping rope or sending email or whatever the example is, you know what the ROI is, and you focus on that so that in those moments when you want to give up or you want to sleep or you want to stop doing the jump rope, you don't do that. You keep going because you know what that ROI is and you see the benefit, and the benefit surpasses any of the fear or any of the doubts or any of the stuff that's coming up that's going to tell you to stop. So in those moments, remember, only you can hold yourself accountable. Again, I love having coaches. I love that my husband holds me accountable to a certain extent. I love that I have a team that holds me accountable, but really it just comes down to you. So you have to ask yourself, how are you holding yourself accountable? How are you showing up on behalf of your dreams? How are you doing what you say you're going to do? Because how we do one thing is how we do everything. And so if you're giving up on the final 2 jump ropes, where else are you falling short? Where else are you giving up prematurely? So there's this amazing athlete, scientist. James actually introduced me to him, and I'm going to totally forget his name now. I think it's Ross Edgley. Hopefully, if I'm remembering that, that's going to be awesome. But anyway, he swam all around the UK, and I think it was like 148 days. He was swimming 12 hours a day. He even swam for a significant amount of miles with a jellyfish on his face without realizing it. And anyway, his research shows that we really stop at 40% of our capacity. So I often think about that at the gym as well. So if I get the urge to stop, I think, well, I probably actually have 60% more in me to keep going. And so I'm able to put mind over, matter over mind, or whatever the phrase is, not let my mind stop me, and recognize that the reality is I have so much more to give. So I hope this inspires you today to, when you think about jump ropes, remember that you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to recognize that you have far more in you than you probably ever even knew. And no one else is going to do it. You know at the end of the day whether you showed up or not. So you better show up. So hope this inspires you. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for listening to this episode of the I Heart My Life show. Please take a second to leave a review. We love reading all of your comments, suggestions, and feedback. And for more inspiration, success tips, and ways to achieve your life and business goals, definitely follow me on Instagram and Facebook at I Heart My Life Now. See you next time.